So hello and welcome to Friday's live stream on the channel, Cole's Travel, Cruise and Sightseeing channel. So it is the 5th of September 2025, just coming up to 20 to 2 in the morning. Just a few updates to share with you. Well, first of all, you may have noticed I've had my hair cut, okay? So it's been cut short, okay? So I've had my hair done. Pre-cruise haircut, okay? So in line with that, I'm into the last weekend of my work shifts now. The last 4 work shifts. So once I've done this weekend, that's it till the end of the month, okay? So I've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday at work. And that's it, okay? And I will be glad of it, to be honest, because it gives me time to get away from there and have a break and have a rest. But most of all, to celebrate Mum and Dad's golden wedding anniversary on the cruise, which is what will be happening when we eventually get going. So a few updates first of all. So number 1, the CHURNET Valley Railway series is half done. So I've put some of the videos on the channel from when I was there on the Wednesday. There's still a few more to be put on, probably another 50 or 60 videos, but all the episodes are done. So I edited them on Wednesday, and they were all put on during Wednesday night late. So there's 17 episodes for the CHURNET Valley, plus there's about 5 or 6 live streams as well. But then I'm starting putting the individual clips on. So they are now getting put on the channel. So I've done half of them. So there's a few more to go. And then once they're done, that series will be complete. So I reckon by Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday at a push, the CHURNET Valley series will be complete. And I will then remove the videos and photographs off my phone because I want them cleared off so that I can start the videos for the cruise. Okay, so that will be the next big series. The views on the channel at the moment are over 785,000. So we'll see if I can get it to 800k by the end of the month. In other words, 800,000 views. Again, I don't know what views the videos from CHURNET Valley are going to generate. Some people are watching the videos. There's still quite a few not watched. So again, take your time. But there'll be some more videos to go on so I can complete the series. But I know the channel will exceed 800,000 views by the time the cruise is finished, because there is going to be a lot of footage coming from the cruise itself, from the ports we're going to go to, the excursions, the restaurants, the entertainment. So please subscribe at CarlSmith25 to the channel, because the cruise series is going to be one massive series. And as I said on a live stream the other day, there are also surprises coming as well for Mum and Dad's anniversary. So I'm not going to reveal those on here, but they will be revealed when they happen, so they will be videoed. So make sure you are watching either a live stream or one of the episodes when it's edited, and then you will see for yourself, because I'll obviously put it on the title of the episode what takes place. I won't put what the surprise is, I'll just put Mum and Dad's anniversary surprise part 1 or whatever, and then you can watch the video and you'll have to find out during the video. But please subscribe at CarlSmith25 to the channel, because lots of exciting videos to come. Well, this time next week I'll be in Athens. We'll be just arriving in Athens, actually, the early hours of the morning, and then we'll be going off to the Acropolis, which I've done before. In 2017, I last went there with my cousin Dave Underhill for his first cruise. So that's where I'm heading next week, and me and my brother will be going up there. Hello to you as well. Thank you for joining the channel. Please subscribe at CarlSmith25. So as I say, I've had my hair done for the cruise. Okay, it's been cut short earlier on. So Vicky, who did my hair, she will no longer be doing my hair the next time because she's going on maternity leave. So Vicky, if you're watching the channel or my videos, all the best to your maternity leave. And I'm sure I'll be in touch with you somehow. And I look forward to you doing my hair early next year or whenever you're back at work. So all the best with your maternity leave as well. And I hope the birth of your little girl, when it happens, is a success. So yes, so my hair's been done. The CHURNET Valley series is almost done. It's half done. So then the next videos coming up will be the cruise, obviously. So I've just got to get through the next 4 days at work, and then that will be me done. So on that subject, I will give another couple of updates regarding things on the cruise, because again, I read people's questions online on the group pages on social media, and they do ask different questions about cruising, about either the pool towels or what sockets and plugs you use in your room, in your cabin, etc. Is the tea and coffee in there? About booking excursions. All these questions I have answered in other videos, but I can reiterate them for your benefit, and then you'll just have to come onto this live stream or re-watch it, and then you'll be able to find out a little bit more about the answers to your question. So on Monday, what I'm going to do when I finish work, I'm going to do an intro video to basically start the series for the cruise. So I will be uploading that into a playlist, and then I can start the series properly, okay? So, and I'm going to do episodes like I've done last time, but there'll be a lot more than last time. I did 62 when I went on the cruise back in March, but I know this is going to be a big one because it's a 2-week cruise, and there's a lot of places we're going to be visiting. And we're also meeting up with some friends in Cyprus as well. So they may be on the footage, they may not be, but that's when we go back, and then we sail again for the second week, and we're doing Turkey basically, a few more ports in Turkey. But a lot of the places we're going to have been before. The weather is forecast to be absolutely scorching hot, 31 plus degrees for the whole cruise. I've looked on BBC Weather, and it's just going to be hot every single day, which is the equivalent to our summer, but obviously a lot warmer. So it's going to be nice. There'll be plenty of sun cream. I'll have to put that on especially next week for going on to the Acropolis, because it's all in the open sun and it gets very hot up there, and I'm going to make sure I've got plenty of water, which I'll be getting from the airport as well. I went and got some money out from the cash point when I'd had my hair done earlier, to basically spend at the airport to be able to have a cup of tea and something to eat prior to boarding the plane. Right, so I'm going to do an intro video on Monday for the series to start. I've already created the playlist, so and then I will be videoing the luggage when it's downstairs prior to going, and of course parts of the journey to the airport itself, and then obviously check-in, pre-security, and then in departures. And then of course I'll be videoing the takeoff, in-flight and landing into Cyprus. And then of course the transfer and check into the ship and in the cabin, and most of all the sail out. And I will try and do a live stream when the ship sails out. Just bear in mind please, when I do live streams from the cruise, I will be 2 hours ahead of the UK. So at the moment it's 2:45 in, no it's not, it's 4:45, sorry, this just shows you, it's 4:45 in Greece at the moment, as it is 1:45 here in the UK. So hello to all of you on here, please subscribe at Cosmos25. What's my favourite mode of transportation? Flying in a plane. But yesterday, well Wednesday, I went on a steam train at the CHURNET Valley Railway in Staffordshire. Well worth it, fantastic for 20 quid. I even got to get off at Consul Station and walk up to the pub, the Black Lion, and it was nice to sit outside with a pint, and it was just glorious. And then I just walked back to the station and got the train when it came back. I went back up the CHURNET Valley. So it's been 3 times I've been to the CHURNET Valley now, and I always go from Frogall Station and do the complete circuit, but I decided to explore Consul Station and the pub at the Black Lion. It was fantastic. Highly recommend it if you ever visit Alton Towers, so please pay a visit there if you do. But yes, the cruise is the next big series. One other update I'm going to share as well, I have renewed my annual pass for Peak Wildlife Park as well. That's £64.95 online. I was going to do it for October the 1st, but it didn't give me the option, so it has been renewed for this month. So earlier this week, the date on it actually I think is the 3rd or 4th of September next year that it expires. So basically from October I can go and visit Peak Wildlife Park again and go as often as possible, because I get free entry for a whole 12 months. And it's well worth it, and there's plenty of free parking. So while the kids are now back at school, the hours have changed, because on a weekend it shuts at 6 o'clock, but in the week, Monday to Friday, unless it's a school holiday, they're open till 5. But again, it's well worth going if you are in Staffordshire as well. It's only just up the road from Frogall, where the CHURNET Valley Railway is. So the cruise series is coming up next week. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. Mum and Dad especially, because they've been through a lot of hell this year with health, with bits of cancer, you know, and being treated for that, hospital visits and stays and things. They've been through an absolute nightmare of a year, and also it's to celebrate a milestone anniversary. They're golden, which is their 50th, So as I've said, there are going to be some surprises coming, but again, I'm not going to reveal it on here, obvious reasons. And plus, family members that watch my channel, they can be a bit nosy sometimes, and asking a lot of questions, and you think, well, you already know the answers, really, because if you've been watching my videos, you already know the answers, so why ask the questions anyway? So going back onto the cruise, so a couple of reminders. I'm going to give a couple of reminders regarding the cruise situation. So a question people have been asking is, what plugs or sockets are in the cabin? Simple answer to that, you have got British, UK type plugs, okay? But there are also European ones in there as well. And if you're on a Marella cruise, particularly the Discovery 1 or 2, or even the Explorer 2 or Explorer 1 or the Voyager, in the lamps by the bedside table, those lamps have also got a USB socket in where you can charge your phone or power bank or laptop or whatever if you've got a USB plug to charge your phone up, okay? If you're taking a plug socket that's got 3 or 4 plugs on it, then you can still take an adapter that's got 2 pins, or you can take just your British one. But they have got British sockets in the cabins, because when I was on Discovery 2 back in March, in my cabin there was a British socket in there, as well as the European 2-hole plug, and also in the lamps on the bedside with a USB where you could charge your phone up, okay? So take an adapter just in case. That's what I would recommend, or an American one if you're going on American cruise ships in the US. Then just take a travel adapter anyway, just in case, for peace of mind. Take an extension plug or plugs, especially if you've got laptops, power banks, iPads, phones, cameras, video cameras, radios, whatever you charge up in your home, whatever device you've got. Use obviously the USB sockets in the lamps, but of course you can use the sockets in the cabin as well. Tea and coffee facilities on Marella ships, they generally have Yorkshire tea. I know when I was on Discovery 2 back in March, they had tea and coffee in the room, Yorkshire tea bags, and they've got them little plastic things of milk. And if you need more milks or tea or coffee, you can either leave a note for your cabin stewards or just speak to them when you go out into the corridors, because they're generally doing the rooms twice a day. They usually do the rooms in the morning, and then they do them around 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening, because they will then put a cruise news in your room. They always put a little chocolate on your pillow, and if you ask them, they will do you a towel animal as well. They will also drop off any letters that you get delivered regarding things you've booked, if trips have to change, or if you've booked something on board like a specialty restaurant or a spa treatment, or if you want your laundry doing, they will generally leave all that in your room. And of course, they will leave a towel animal in your room as well, okay? And to fill your water up, you generally get like a carafe in your room, which is a bit like a big jug, and then you just take it down to the water stations, usually by the lifts, both ends of the ship or in the middle, and you can fill that up, and then you can pour that water into your kettles. And you can also use it to fill your water bottles up when you're going on and off the ship on excursions, or you're just chilling out on board. So they are just a few reminders there. So plug sockets, again, take an adapter if you want to, but generally they are 2-pin and also UK ones as well, depending which deck you're on. But I was on Discovery 2 back in March. I was on deck 3. I got a single inside cabin because I was a solo traveller, and I got the USB plugs in the lamps by the bed. We'd also got them on Explorer 2. We went on that a couple of years ago. And also they got the British and the European plugs in there as well. But again, take an adapter. That's my advice. Just take an adapter with you. Regarding restaurants, again, you can pre-book them through the Marella Cruise Control. You can book Coralie, you can book Surf and Turf, you can book the Sushi Bar. And also they do a musical afternoon tea. Now, I know Mum wanted to get that booked for this cruise, but unfortunately it's fully booked. It's a very popular thing to book. But when I was on in March, it was just mentioned it in the cruise news. But you could always go and ask at reception if you're not able to book it online. You can go to reception and ask if there's any availability. If you want to book a bridge tour, you can go and ask at reception about that as well. And they will tell you the day that they're doing that. And I will probably do a bridge tour on this cruise. I know my dad wants to, so we'll probably go and do that as well. And also, if you want to put a message in the cruise news like wishing somebody a happy birthday or happy anniversary or happy marriage or honeymoon or whatever, you go to reception and they will arrange to put a message in the cruise news. And of course, you can have a cake delivered to your room with some champagne and chocolate strawberries, or you can have it delivered to a restaurant and you can have the celebration done in there. So there's loads of different options that you can do, okay? So hopefully that has cleared up quite a few people's questions regarding the cruises. I know with the sun lounges, they generally, you can only reserve a sun bed outside for several minutes because people do get a bit impatient, and also they start putting things on the sun beds and then that stops other people having them, which can be a bit spiteful sometimes. So again, just be courteous of other people, and they will be watching to see how long the stuff's been on there, and you may find staff removing your belongings if you're not careful. So just bear that in mind as well. It's courtesy for all the passengers that are on board. But if you want some quiet time, there is the glass house on the Discoveries 1 and 2, and that's adult only between 2 and 5 p.m. every day. And they've got the jacuzzi pool in there, they've got the main pool in there, you can get food, you can just sit in there and relax, read a book, have a nap if you want to. The ocean spa is next door if you want to be pampered up for the Dress to Impress. Again, there's plenty going on around the ship during sea day. Obviously, you'll have your photographs done with the captain on Dress to Impress. Again, you don't have to attend if you don't want to, but I always like to dress up and meet the captain and his officers, so I'll be doing plenty of video footage in there. The shops are always open when the ship's at sea, either when it leaves port and also on a sea day, it's open all day. So you can buy a few souvenirs. I know I bought the model of the ship last time, which is upstairs, and I bought a couple of pens and a magnet as well. So, and you can buy the basic toiletries in there, but they're not cheap. I will tell you that now, it's not cheap. You can also buy duty-free tobacco and alcohol on board. There's jewellery, there's clothes, there's bags. There's all sorts of things that you can buy, but again, it's just a lot of tat, really. But if you want to buy something as a souvenir, then by all means do. But again, you'll be charged to your onboard account, whether you decide to pay with cash or card. I always recommend registering a debit card. It's one debit card per cabin, not per person. So if there's 4 of you in the room or 2 of you in the room, you register one debit card, and then obviously you transfer the money to whoever's paying. That's how you do it, really. But generally, if you keep your bills quite low, it's always recommended to pre-book excursions, and a lot of them get booked up as well. And I know the Athens one, the Acropolis, is fully booked, and also Ephesus for this cruise is fully booked as well, which I knew it would be because they are very popular excursions. So hopefully what I've said, all that, has cleared up a lot of people's thoughts there regarding the cruise, especially if you are joining next week when we do. So I look forward to seeing as many of you as possible out there that watch my channel on this cruise. If you are travelling, please say hello to me if you see me videoing. Don't be afraid to stop and ask advice, or even to say that my channel has helped you, because I know on the last cruise I met quite a lot of people that have been watching my channel that don't use social media, and they said it's really helped us. It's our first cruise, and I know there are ones going on this cruise that it's their first time. It's on their social media page. So again, say hello to me, don't be afraid. Hello to you, Wayside. I've been fine. I've been very busy doing blogs. I did the CHURNET Valley Railway on Wednesday this week in the UK, so check out the footage on my channel, please. It isn't all finished yet, but I'm getting there. So the cruise is the next one coming up next week. So I'll be doing an intro video to basically start that series, video in the luggage when it's downstairs, and then of course the exciting bit, we actually get to go on the cruise. So we've got over a 4-hour flight, and I love flying anyway, so I'll be videoing the takeoff, in-flight and landing into Cyprus. And of course the transfer to the ship, and then when on board, because the first thing we'll have to do is get our card scanned, which I think you have done at the port, and then you watch the video in your cabin. Once the luggage gets delivered to the room, we can get that in the room. I'll go and have something to eat, and then I think it'll be time for the ship to sail out, which will be around 11:30 midnight. So a live stream that happens at midnight in Cyprus will be 10 o'clock back home in the UK. So if you are joining the live stream, that's when it will be, and I can set the live stream to start at a specific time, so that you can watch it as it happens when the ship starts to move, and we start leaving Limassol, because then I'll lose a signal and I won't get one till we're in Greece. So, and I won't be using the ship's Wi-Fi to go on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. I'll just be doing my videos as normal and editing them so that when we are in port, which will be Friday, I can then put them episodes on the channel and just edit the footage as much as I can before we sail again. So I'll be videoing all the sail outs, all the sail-ins, even the tender to shore, which we've got 2 of those on our cruise because we're on for 2 weeks. So we've got a tender to shore at Mykonos and we've got a tender to shore at Santorini. So there's lots and lots of footage to come, plus the surprises for my mum and dad's anniversary. So I'm saying no more on that. You'll have to wait and see. But please subscribe at Carlsmith25 to the channel. Oh, it's well planned, don't you worry. It is well planned, Wayside. It's been planned for some time. So mum and dad have got a present, they've got a card, a few other things as well that have been arranged by me. But again, I'm saying nothing on this channel until we are actually on board the ship, and then they will get their surprises and their little gifts and things, because they've been married 50 years next Saturday, the 13th. So it's a big achievement. So lots to come, lots of exciting videos and footage I'm going to be doing around the ship, meeting up with people I know on board, such as Eve and the band Euphoria. It'd be nice to see Maddie again, who's one of the entertainment hosts. I don't think Matt's on board, who was there back in March, cruise director, but I know Captain Freddy's on there from Finland. It'd be nice to see him again. And of course, as I said, Euphoria, Eve and the band. And of course, the maitre d', who's in the main restaurant, because he was on Explorer 2 from Turkey. So it'd be nice to see him again. And of course, I'll probably bump into people that are off the Facebook group, and of course, who watch my channel. So as I say, anybody that sees me around the ship videoing, please say hello to me. How many cruises I've been on? Well, again, that number's well over 15, because you have to work that out. You basically count how many weeks you've done on a cruise. So if you go on a 2-week cruise, that's 2 cruises, okay? Because it's a different itinerary. Even though it's all one big cruise, because you're on the ship for 2 weeks, it's actually 2, because it's the itinerary that you're doing, not the actual, like, the ship. Think, oh, I've been on that ship, and that ship. Oh, I've done 5 ships, that's 5 cruises. No, no, no. If you've done 2 weeks on each, that's 10 cruises. So that's how you work it out, okay? So I would say at least 15, maybe 17. I will count them, and I will get back to you on that Wayside on another live stream. But I'm pretty sure I've done about 17, okay? But I will double check it, because otherwise I'll have to go back through the list of all the cruises I've done from 2016. Well, I know 2016 I did 4 cruises, okay? Because I did 2 weeks with mum and dad for my very first one on Thompson Spirit. Then I was back on Discovery 1, which is the sister ship to this one we're going on next week. So that's 4. And then the following week, in 2017, I did another 2 weeks on the Spirit again with mum and dad. So that's 6 cruises. And then I did another 2 weeks with my cousin Dave the same year. Right, that's 8. And then I did a week on my own on a solo cruise. That's 9. And then in 2018, I went back on the Spirit again for 2 weeks. That's 11. And then I went on the Spirit for its final cruise. That's 12. Okay. And then in 2019, I went on the Celebration for 2 weeks. Okay. So that's 14. Went on Marola Dream for 1 week, December 2019. That's 15. And then I went on Explorer 2 in 2023. That's 17. So actually, this will be 19. 19 cruises. How do I afford them? Well, I did come into some money a while ago, but that's sadly gone. But I do save up my money, okay? So, and I do work hard, even though my job isn't brilliant. I mean, I'm a cleaner. It's not a very exciting job, but I have to do it because it pays my way as best I can. But yes, this time will be 19 cruises. So yeah, I've done a lot, yes. That's a lot of travelling. But of course, having this channel is now going to help, because I've got plenty of pre-cruise videos on here to give people advice if they've never cruised before, which I have been doing the last few weeks. So as I say, any that are on board the cruise next week, I'm pretty sure they will say hello. That will be Croatia and Montenegro, Dubrovnik and Kotor. They are the ones that I love going to. I've been to Dubrovnik 12 times, not on cruises. I've been to Dubrovnik twice on cruises. No, tell a lie, 3 times on cruises, actually. 3 times I've done a cruise from Dubrovnik, but I've travelled there on holidays with Jack too, and once with Tui. So I keep going back to Dubrovnik, I keep going back to Kotor, Montenegro and Bosnia. It's beautiful countryside, it's beautiful scenery down the Adriatic coast. So I love Croatia. So yeah, that'll be my most exciting one. But some of the Greek islands are nice as well. So anyway, that's the end of the live stream tonight. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. And remember to subscribe at CarlSmith25, and I will see you guys in the next video.